I founded Myanmar Ocean Project. We started with the aim of surveying and understanding the problem of ghost gear in Myanmar. So we've been doing a lot of work, conducting surveys, removing through diving. We're currently doing a lot more interviews now. Have been diving a lot prior to diving in Myanmar, and I've been very fond of manta rays. I've been volunteering with different organizations in other Southeast Asian countries. So I started volunteering with an organization called Marine Megafauna Foundation in Myanmar, and I was diving a lot with them, exploring new places, and everywhere we went we were coming across some sort of debris. And there was one dive, it wasn't with the manta group, but there was one dive where we encountered a big net covering a whole pinnacle. There were about, I don't know, 12, 13 bamboo sharks. We were actually there to see who can spot the most bamboo sharks, and we kind of spotted the whole colony kind of dying. And everybody had a really bad dive that day, in a sense that everybody was really upset because it was on a liveaboard, because there's lots of guests. And then I went back to the same site the next year, because I'm in Myanmar. I sort of get to dive with different boats coming in here, and the net was still there, exactly where it was. And that's kind of when I mean, not that I haven't seen rubbish before, but that was kind of when I realized these things are there, just killing things 24/7. You may only see it, I don't know, 20 minutes a year and not think about it. But yeah, so we organized a group to clean it up, and then kind of snowballed from there. During our dive surveys, we were collecting what kind of nets we were finding, where, how big it is. It's not always easy to measure or weigh them, but if we are removing, we are weighing them. We are recording what type of nets, how many layers, or what coloration it is, because it also helps us determine how long the net's been in the water, what kind of animals we saw entangled, dead or dying, and the weights, and how much was able to be sold back to the junkyard people to recycle, how much goes to landfill. Yeah, that was the sort of data we were collecting when we were doing the dive surveys. We are actually interviewing fishes, gillnet fishes now, so there's a lot more information there in terms of data collection, which has been very interesting, but we haven't finished the surveys yet. They've been very helpful. I think as a Burmese woman who's never been to these communities, when I started my expeditions, I was very nervous. I've never sat down and chatted with fishermen before, let alone in the middle of nowhere on an island. But they've been extremely helpful. Everything we do, it's all because I've been going to different boats, different villages, talking to people, and I think that's also been my advantage, because I play to my advantage, because I'm not an intimidating government official man that they don't want to talk to. I'm a Burmese speaking woman, so sometimes I think it's nice that I don't always have to be actively interviewing when I'm at these locations. People do come and sort of talk about their struggles and the issues they have with waste management and everything else. So I think that's been a bonus I have sort of learned to use to my advantage. I think that's, I suppose, possibly how I got involved in all of this, right? If I wasn't actively involved volunteering for mantas, I wouldn't have stumbled into doing this. And then yeah, I would love more of it to be happening in Myanmar in terms of diving, but people just aren't in the water. With mantas as well, there aren't a lot of people in the water taking photos. So yeah, I think if it wasn't for being able to volunteer with all of these things, I don't think I would have explored this side of me as much as I have and pursued it. send me money. They could help. I mean, help me with awareness. If you're in the country, I would. I mean, it's kind of hard to do policy work because I don't. I mean, at the moment, you know, but in terms of just getting people learning, which is very important because I think in Myanmar a lot of people forget like people aren't really close to the ocean and the ocean animals, so for them to care about ocean conservation, it's sort of a jump from, because I think you need to get them to learn to love the ocean and learn to love the animals before you get them to care about, hey, look, a turtle's dying. Like right now, you know, most people it's like it's a turtle. So yeah, I think the awareness part is very important. I think people who live in the actual coastal communities knows what's going on, but they don't feel empowered enough to actually do anything. So yeah, support local activities.